Hi everyone, it's your girl Anita flying high here, and this is the recap to Manchester Houston Dash versus Bay FC, right? So Houston ended up winning 3-0 at Bay FC's home. First home match for Bay FC. I like the stadium, looked pretty fresh, pretty big stadium, and they packed the crowd. 18,000. It was their first sellout, their first home match. So like I said, this is what we should be seeing. There's enough information in the world now to be able to scout where would be a great place to have a professional women's club. And wherever they are in Bay FC, they got the job done. First home match ever, sellout crowd. So that's really nice if you're playing for Bay FC. You already have that support. And with that support, builds community, family, all that good stuff that we want, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to us, just the world in general. Goddamn, man. So, Diana, she got the first goal in the 19th minute. Now, shout out to Diana. Okay, so she used to play for Manchester City. Now, she played for Atletico Madrid before she came to City with Alexandria. And when she came, I was really excited. It was free transfers. But like I said, we didn't get to see... I always say I haven't really got to see Diana, like, in her... I would say in her element. Or just... I've seen flashes. And I guess that's what I can go with. But I really hope this club will be able to bring out what greatness she has. Because she's still a young lady. And... the fact that she's Venezuelan, so she has to put... How many girls are from Venezuela that play professional football at this level? There's not many. So it's like she also has a big presence, like, in that meaning. So shout out to her. She got her goal, first goal for BFC at home. So congratulations to her. She hit it, and it looked like it didn't hit. It didn't look like she hit it right, but I mean, hey, they went to the back of the net. That's all that matters. But shout out to her. I really hope she continues to bring... I hope we get to see more of what of the talent she is, more of what type of playing style she is. I do think she's a goal scorer. I think she has the ability to be a goal scorer. I always kind of compare her to Georgia. But just Georgia Stanway is more efficient scoring goals. You know what I'm saying? And remember, Georgia Stanway, she's a Capricorn. And Diana, she's an Aries. Anyways. But they still can get the job done. Okay, so with that being said... shout out to Caprice. She had a hella good first half too. Maybe the most of the match as well. She was on the flank, moving around, up and down the field, consistently causing problems for their defense. And let me get to Houston Dash, because this is all about the Dash, baby. Houston got their first win, 3-2 against Bay FC away from home, right? Got their first big 3 points. So I'm really, really happy for the ladies. Much needed. And this helps their confidence. So I wanted to give a shout out to Amanda. I think her name is Amanda West, but I know her last name is West. She immediately, when she was starting, she played on the left side with Sanchez. So Sanchez was playing behind her. And every time Sanchez got the ball, West was making runs, and Sanchez was hitting her. Every time she was going to, not every time, but just, she was putting the ball to Amanda West multiple times in the early game, and I was just like, this is perfect. I was like, I think this is what Sanchez needs. She was getting her left leg warmed up. She was getting her legs warmed up, and she's making these passes, and West was making the runs. And like I said, I love those players that are like relentlessly always being an option for their teammates, because that's something hard to do, especially if you don't get those passes, like you're making these runs for nothing. So shout out to West. I hope she gets another start, because listen, I'm not sure if Fran will change the lineup. He's been changed the lineup, similar to how Sam did it, because he's trying to find the right 11. And, of course, those that come off the bench to help Houston win. This is his first season with the Dash, right? Shout out to Fran. He's a Gemini, too. Shout out to him. So, with that being said, shout out to Amanda West. Kiki got her first start for Houston as well. Shout out to Kiki. I got to see little flashes of her. She's quite quick. Honestly, she kind of reminds me of Mary Fowler. And like I said, I compare some of these players to players that I see, but I can't help that, like, they kind of are a similar player. Like, I watch Mary Fowler for City, you know what I'm saying? She may have taken Chloe Kelly's spot right now. We don't know. But anyways, shout out to Kiki. She didn't really have that great of a game. Honestly, he had her like in a defensive position, it looked like most of the time, but she's a midfielder, not a defensive, but she was out there doing her thing. And she's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, shout out to Kiki getting her start. Of course, the back line. Sophie was in the back line. We had Putagram and also Peterson, right? Andressa, Kiki, Sanchez. I forgot who was that third midfield. Oh, the Swedish girl, Rubinson, and then up top was Alonzi, Diana, and West. Very beautiful. And yeah, BFC started all their good players. You know, I think Kandanji, she was on the bench and she came off the bench. She did some things too. But Oshoala's there, Scarlett, you know, all their new signings, Diana, all of them were playing too. You know, they're pretty healthy. And yeah, so for the first half, BFC ended up going into the locker room 1-0, and that's when in the second half things started to change. Houston started to get a lot more of the ball. It was tale of two halves for sure. Houston started getting more of the ball. Sanchez was starting to dictate some things. Fran did make some subs, I remember. But it was Diana. I think we got the goals after the subs were being made. Diana got the goal from Sanchez cross. I think it was a corner, or maybe I know it was from Sanchez. I'm pretty sure it was. And that's basically, you know, I was listening to some of the pundits, and then because this was on Ion, right? So shout out to Ion. I enjoyed y'all's setup for the women's game. You know, I love this stuff. I love how y'all are setting up the presentation of the women's game to the new observers. And for the old observers that have seen how they have presented the women's game to us, you know, you could see how Ion is similar to others, and it's very clean, classy, and I love it. And so with that being said, shout out to Ion. Even though it's not a sports channel, shout out to y'all. Thank you for covering women's football. Diana got her goal, and she's our leading lady for Houston, in my opinion. She was a rookie that scored like 9 goals with North Carolina, then ends up going to the Dash and, you know, not there. 4 goals, 3 goals maybe last year. This season, she already has 2. We're only on 3 matches in. So congratulations, Diana. She got her header goal, which she uses her height. You have to use your height. And honestly, she played hella good today. Shout out to Diana. Let me give her some love. Diana, you want to play that midfield type striker position in a way. She kind of was dropping. She hold up the ball and then bring the ball up. She was making passes. I was like, yo, Diana played her ass off this match, and I was really happy for her. So I'm really happy she got the first goal for Houston, and she got the second goal. There was a penalty, right? It was a handball in the box. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So Houston got to go up about 87 minutes. The penalty was missed. Okay, excuse me. The penalty was saved. Diana took it, and it looked like Diana and Barbara were talking about who's going to take it. Diana was like, yo, I got this, homie. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, she missed it, so we're going to have to be, you know, working on them penalties. She missed it, but she did get that rebound, so it did go in. You know what I'm saying? So it was 2-1 Houston, like 80-something minutes, right? And, you know, nowadays we're in, I don't want to say this, but I was just saying, it's weird that sometimes we have hella stoppage time. So I was saying when I saw this +9, I was like, man, every time we see like +6, it's like there's a goal that happens. I mean, it's literally an extra 10 minutes. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyways, and guess who did it? It was Kandanji. Every time, like, she was on the field for maybe like 20 minutes, maybe. She's great. And she scored the goal. I was like inside the box with her left foot curling around. I was like, damn, like you just got on the field, girl. Like you killing the game. I'm like, oh snap. But remember, I had covered her when Atletico Madrid were playing Madrid. And I was not Atletico, when Real Madrid were playing Madrid. I was like, damn, she's probably good. And I wrote her name down. And fuck around, she ended up in the end of it. So anyway, she got her goal. Oh shit. So I'm happy that, you know, she got her goal. So she equalized. And I was like, oh man, it's 2-2. But it was better to have a draw. And so I was like, all right, whatever. And then of course Houston were on, and we had at least like a good 5 more minutes or less. She scored early in the 90th minute stoppage time. And then it was the Jamaican, Salone Havana. I think it's Havana or something. Salone, she ended up, man, first time in that sweet touch. It trickled to the left-hand corner of the net. I was like, oh, shit, you should have seen me on live, girl. I was going crazy. I didn't go crazy. But Houston didn't win late. in extra time, and I was really grateful to be able to see Houston's first win. And I'm sorry, Bay FC, y'all had to lose tonight. If y'all had to lose in front of your home crowd, oh, it's devastating. That's devastating. Hands to the dash, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. No one expected Houston to win, and I love that. You know, I love Big Brother. You know what I'm saying? They always say expect the unexpected, and that's what we got tonight. It was Indie After Dark in its finest. But thank you everyone for tuning in. It's your girl Anita flying high, and I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.